Okay, welcome to another episode of the Intoxicated Sports Report. I'm Gage, he's Emerson, and man, I hope everybody had a great Christmas.
Likewise, man.
I did. I mean, you can't complain. It was a little different for me this year because not a lot of family, or at least my grandma wasn't there because she's a little COVID paranoid, which I totally get. Can't get mad at it, but it just it'd been nice to have her there.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of the. Not the glue, but she's a very important part of my
she's
family.
the leader of the tribe.
Exactly. How was your Christmas?
It was good. I saw you.
Yeah, we had some late night cocktails at your parents' house.
We did a little 6-hour binge. That was nice.
You kept your parents up until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, well, my mom. Dad didn't count. He stayed up till probably 2 though.
Your dad was in and out like he usually is.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I mean, he gets up at 6 in the morning every day.
Yeah. So hand that to him.
So but it was a good day. Had some beef tenderloin, which is fucking phenomenal.
I had homemade tacos.
Nice. Can't go wrong with tacos.
Crock potted,
What was in the taco?
Well, I don't really have. Sometimes I don't do shells, and I don't do.
Oh, you did a little
bread.
salad.
Sometimes I did a little taco salad in a bowl.
Dude, taco salad's hit.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And you can just put more in it. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I forget what kind of meat it was, but it was good. I think the salsa, guac, lettuce, onions.
Any queso?
I threw a little cheese and
Nice.
beans, rice, a little Valentina. I don't know if you fuck with Valentina.
Is that sauce? I don't think I really know it, to be honest.
You should try. It's not hot at all. It's
just more flavor?
Really good flavor.
Okay.
Really good flavor.
Okay.
I can't eat Tapatio anymore because of that death chip that I ate. I swear I do.
Really?
Dude, it fucks me up every time I have it now.
Well,
I can't do it.
Gage, remember I threw up that day and I still eat taco, so.
Well, my stomach's just not. It's not what it used to be. I'm actually mad because Tapatio is my favorite, not condiment, but my favorite sauce.
Maybe we need to get you to take a shot of Tapatio today, just to get your stomach used to it again.
I'd be on the toilet like 30 minutes later.
That'd be rough, honestly.
Yeah.
I do love Tapatio though.
It's so good.
It is.
What are we drinking?
So I thought for since it is the last episode of 2020,
Yes, it is.
I thought we'd go with the classic cocktail. We got some margaritas, Cadillac margaritas.
Caddies.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain to people who don't know what caddies are, what it consists of?
So it's basically a regular margarita, which I like to do 2 parts tequila, 1 part triple sec, which I like Cointreau since it's nicer. 1 part lime juice. Shake that up, pour it over your ice. Then you do a nice little floater of Grand Marnier, which is the kicker. That's what makes it a Cadillac.
I love me a good floater and a drink.
Oh yeah.
Can't beat it.
So yeah, we're drinking margaritas tonight.
And I gotta say, I'm 1.5 deep.
You
And
feeling good?
I'm a little toasty.
It's the way it's supposed to be.
I am a little toasty, but I'm feeling good.
Mexicans knew what they were doing when they came up with the margarita recipe.
And everything else that they did
Pretty much.
with food and drinks.
Yep.
It's the best. So what we got on tap today?
So, like I said, last episode of the year. Super exciting. It's also the first week of the NBA season's in the books, so we're going to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
We have this weekend college football playoff semis.
I am so stoked.
I know. I think there's going to be 1 blowout and 1 really good game.
I'm pretty sure we both are thinking the same thing on that one.
Yeah. And also last week of the NFL season, which it's going to be interesting because we got 7 playoff spots still up for grabs.
And we will get to that.
Yeah, we're going to have a little game for that. And then we got a good lineup for Q&A.
We do.
9 questions, I guess, or topics.
9 things to talk about.
Yeah. And then we'll do a little year in review. At the end of the show.
I'm glad you liked this idea because I thought, why not? Yeah. It'll be our, like you said, last show of 2020. Didn't think we'd make it this far at all, but look at us. We're here.
This is episode 29, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, so we're starting 30 in the new year. I like the sound of that. I really do.
We done good.
We have done good.
Yeah. So let's start with basketball talk.
Yes.
Like I said, first week of the NBA season
In the books.
in the books.
In the books.
Any takeaways? How much did you watch? A lot?
I didn't watch a ton.
I'd say most teams play 3 or 4 games by now.
First 2 things I would say off the top of my head. The Nets look pretty good.
Yeah, Nets look nice. Although they did they get beat by someone that they shouldn't have?
Yeah, by...
They lose the to it was last night. Who the fuck did they play?
I forget.
I think they lost in overtime to I honestly can't remember
A team.
we were watching it. A team that was not as good as them.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
When Morant went out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. They lost. I think they lost in overtime, if I'm not mistaken.
All I know is our Nets pick's looking good for the finals.
It is,
And
yeah.
my KD for MVP pick is looking pretty good right now. Very, very, very early, but I'll take it.
Yeah, they did lose in overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, just had to double check that.
And KD and Kyrie both played.
You know what? I did not see them on the floor. At
I
the
think
end of
they
the
sat that game.
They might have both sat.
I think they both sat.
Yeah,
So it's
so
like, yeah. My other
erase that from
my
the-
other
from the
takeaway is that the Warriors did not start out very hot.
0-2, but they're now 2-2.
Yes.
We just finished watching their win over the Pistons.
And also, is it a coincidence that Steph Curry took the braids out and now they've won 2 straight? All I'm saying.
I do not think it's a coincidence.
All I'm saying, those braids should not have been there to begin with. I think any Warriors fan would agree with me on that one.
I think anyone would agree with you on that one. Yeah, he didn't look right, but yeah, glad that they got these last 2 wins. Realistically, I know they got blown out by Milwaukee and Brooklyn, but if you think about it on paper, those teams should have beaten the Warriors, and then they beat the 2 teams that you would hope they would beat in Detroit and who they played the other day.
They played. You watch them, I don't watch
I know.
them.
I like wasn't paying attention during that game. That's how bad of a fan I am right now. But yeah, so 2 in a row, back on
Oh, the
track.
Bulls.
Bulls, you're right.
Bulls, yes. That's when they hit that game-winning shot.
Yeah, Damian Lee had a babe. Good job, son.
Another takeaway is that how good is Paul George really? If he's on the Clippers and they get blown out by 50 still without
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, I mean that shouldn't happen.
No.
Um,
They were down 77-27 at halftime a few days ago.
Yeah.
Halftime, they scored 27 points.
and Porzingis is out too for the Mavs. That was against the Mavs. Yeah,
That's not good.
not good.
One more takeaway I'll say is that it seems like COVID is being pretty tamed, even though they're not in the bubble right now.
Yeah, I think they've got. Other than the Rockets, there hasn't been any
Nothing too bad.
real talk about
Nothing
it.
too bad.
So that's good.
No talk of any kind of new bubble
Yeah.
type thing, which I think is cool.
You know, one thing I want to say is, I hate James Harden, but that dude can
Oh.
get out of bed and drop 40 like it's nothing.
We were watching the game against the Blazers,
Yeah.
and he dropped 44 in, 17?
Yeah, something like that.
And he looked out of shape like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he dropped 44 and was 44 pounds overweight.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, I was going to say he looks like he could drop 44 pounds.
Yeah.
But
but
he's
impressive.
He's a walking.
nonetheless.
He's a walking bucket. I
Walking
think
bucket.
nothing more
No
you can say
question.
about that.
He should go to the Nets and be their 6th man.
Pulling OKC.
Yeah.
That wouldn't. Yeah.
All right. Anything else you got on basketball, Gage?
I mean, the Kings beat the Nuggets
That was a nice
On
win.
some-
That was a pretty crazy finish.
on some bullshit tipping by Buddy Hield, but hey, we'll take it.
Truth.
Still not looking forward to the Kings this season.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really am.
Yeah, I think my prediction on the Warriors. I gotta pump the brakes as of.
I was
now.
gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, hey, they're 500. I think if they're 500, they're probably one of the 10 best teams in the West. They could be there.
Very, very, very.
I gotta see how they play against the Western teams because they've only played Eastern Conference teams so far.
True.
So we'll see what
Let's
happens.
see what happens.
Steph got it going today, so
Mhm.
I think that's good to see.
That back's gonna start hurting for real.
Just yeah,
Putting the team on his back. No
literally and figuratively,
doubt. No
probably.
doubt.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about a little college football. We kind of talked about who we thought were going to win these games. I
We
think
did.
last week, but
So I'm still excited for this though.
yeah. I mean, I didn't watch
No.
much college football at all this year, but
I probably watched maybe 5 games.
Yeah.
Like full games.
I am glad that we did get to this point, and it feels like the teams that are in it are the teams that should be in it.
Well, if you ask Dabo Sweeney, he'd probably say something else.
Well, Dabo Swinney's a fucking troll, but I heard his explanation. I don't know if you heard.
I
it.
saw
Yeah,
that.
and I get what he's saying. Like
It makes sense.
because and it's personal with him. He values the top 10.
Yeah.
So that's why he has Ohio State 11th. He knows they're a very good team. He just thought that since they played about half the games that you would normally play,
But you should be in the top 10.
that they didn't.
But yeah,
deserve.
it's just
I get.
It's justified
Yeah.
for sure.
It's justified, but if we're being real, like the college football playoff committee puts together the top 4 of the best teams. That's what they're striving to do, and Ohio State is clearly one of the 4 best teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Texas A&M once this year. They did not look like
No.
a team that deserved to be there. So I'm glad that they got it. I feel like they got it right. I know there's been complaints about how the bowl games were situated with some other teams, but
No one cares about any other bowl games.
realistically, you're
I
right.
mean, if you're a fan of the team, maybe, but when it really boils down to it, even the fans of the team wish that they were in the playoff.
Sure, yeah, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
So I think, on paper, these 4 teams are going to be fun to watch duke it out. But I think we both think Bama is going to scrape Notre Dame.
Yes.
I didn't even see what the line is on that, but it can't be close.
I bet Clemson's gonna probably smoke Ohio State.
I think it's going to be a better game than that.
I think it'll be a better game than Alabama Notre Dame,
Yes, by far.
but I don't know how close it's gonna be.
I mean, I could see Clemson winning by 10, but I don't see them winning by 3 touchdowns.
The thing I
And
like,
sure, it could happen, but
the thing I like about this game the most, which I might have mentioned last week, is that the quarterbacks are gonna be the top 2 picks
yeah,
in the draft,
I mean,
in the
that's
upcoming NFL draft,
very, very, very possible.
which is gonna be nice.
Yeah.
But Trevor Lawrence, you can't go against him.
He is one of the college football goats.
Yes.
No question about it.
And I think you would assume that Alabama and Clemson's gonna be the national championship game.
That would be my pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think would win that right now?
It's tough. I don't think I've watched any Alabama football this year, or full games.
Honestly, not much. I mean, other than because I had a chance to kind of watch their SEC championship game, and Florida kind of gave them a run. Alabama dominated the first half, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, they have 3 Heisman finalists.
It's tough because I know it's a totally different team than 2 years ago, but I think the Clemson Alabama game going in 2 years ago,
Yeah.
everyone thought Alabama was going to smoke them,
I
then-
do think about that when this comes out.
and
for
then
sure.
Clemson smoked them. You know, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So, oh man,
I'm excited to see it play out because I mean I assume Clemson's going to win, but I think Ohio State will make it interesting.
we might as well make our pick because the game's in. Or actually, no, we don't have to. Duh, because the national championship isn't going to be for a couple more weeks.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So Clemson is favored by 7.5 over Ohio State. Alabama's favored by 20. Oh my God! I did not think it was going to be that much. Well, I guess I could see it being in the teens, but yeah, 20 is wow.
Ian Book, do you want to be a hero? Do you want to be a hero?
No, I don't think I've ever rooted for Notre Dame legitimately. I might root for him this time around. Just,
Yeah, might
just
as well,
'cause.
right? Might as well.
But I do not want to see them play Clemson again, so I don't know. I've seen that twice already.
Yeah, so Clemson wins, Notre Dame wins.
That would be a lame national championship.
Yeah.
We already know
Because Clemson would probably
would
win.
Yeah.
But if they could beat Alabama, who knows?
Yep.
And this was on some like fluke shit, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I would love to see Alabama get humbled. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to talk about the last week of the NFL season?
Yeah, you got a little game you want us to play.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Which-
Well, it's not going to be a game. Well, it's a game that's going to revolve around the games that are this coming weekend. So
yeah.
the results will not be final until Sunday evening. But basically, we have 7 playoff spots up for grabs, and 11 teams that are still vying for these last
Yes.
7 spots. So that means 4 teams,
Four.
count them, can be eliminated. So basically, what this game is Gage and I are going to try and predict those 4 teams to be eliminated in week 17, and for each one that we get wrong, we're going to take a shot.
Whoa, oh. Okay.
Yeah, for each one.
I was just under the impression that we just take one, but
Nope, for each one that we get wrong.
Ooh.
But I mean, realistically, we
So-
should get at least
Yeah.
one of these, if not 2 or 3.
Knowing my luck, shit's gonna hit the fan. So
And I think if we get all 4 right, I don't know who your picks are, but if we get all 4 right, we should both take a shot just in celebration.
cool. I'm cool with that. So do you want to go first or let me go first?
Let's hear it.
All right. So did you want to tell them the 11 teams that are still?
Yeah, so we can go over let's do each one at a time because there's basically 3 different scenarios here. So in the NFC East, there's 3 teams going for the division.
Yes.
Because that division sucks ass.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So Washington and then the Cowboys are both 6-9, and then the Giants have a chance because they play the Cowboys. They're 5-10. So 2 of those teams will not make it to the playoffs.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to pick 2 of those teams. So who do you think? Who do you think's gonna win the division? That'll obviously.
I'm going with my heart, and I'm going with the fucking Cowboys. I'm doing it. I'm gonna take a shot for it, but I'm going with my boys. They had me in a really deep, depressed mode about 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and now the fact that they're even in this is amazing to me. So I'm rolling with my boys. I have to. I'll take a shot if they lose. You know, they've done worse to me.
Well, you know what? That's a 2-shot one because that's 2 of the teams. The 2 teams that will be eliminated. If they're not one of them, then you're wrong. I think. If I'm doing my math right. Oh no, I guess it'll only be 1. You're
right.
I guess so. We technically cannot. We're only going to be able to take 3 at the most.
That's fair. That's fine
Yeah,
with me.
yeah. Now that I think about it,
I'm going with my boys. I have to. I have to do it.
I'm doing the same. I'm going with the Cowboys.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're going to beat the Giants, and Washington's got a shitty quarterback situation
They do.
going into this week. So I think the Eagles are going to get them. And the Eagles, they're playing for pride.
Yeah. I just don't want. I would hate Philly just to lose on purpose, just to fuck the Cowboys over.
I can't imagine.
They probably won't.
I mean, they're also trying to see what they have in Jalen Hurts, so I got to imagine they're going to be pulling out the full playbook. The next one is the NFC wild card. So there's 2 playoff spots available in this one. There's 3 teams going for it, so there's going to be 1 team that does not make it. It's between the Rams, Bears, and Cardinals for those last 2 spots. The Rams and Cardinals actually play each other, which is going to be interesting. The Rams can still lose. Actually, both the Rams and Bears can still lose and make it. The Cardinals need help, or the Cardinals can win, but they need help from if they lose, they're out. So who do you have?
I have the Rams and Cardinals making it
So you got the Bears out,
because I think the Bears will lose to the Packers because the Packers are still fighting for that 1 seed.
and that means but then the Cardinals have to beat the Rams. So you think that's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Both the Rams and Cardinals have an interesting quarterback situation this week too. Jared Goff is out for
Jared
sure.
Goff's out, yeah.
And then Kyler Murray is questionable at best.
He's gonna be out there.
I would think so too, but he's going to be hobbled. I think the Cardinals are going to miss.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got the Cardinals out.
Okay.
But yeah, I do think the Bears are going to lose to the Packers because the Packers still have
The 1 seed.
The 1 seed to play for.
Yeah.
The last one is the sort of like the AFC wild card / the AFC South because the Titans and Colts have not decided that yet. All these teams are 10-5. We have the Titans, Dolphins, Ravens, and Browns, as well as the Colts, who are on the outside looking in at the moment. All looking for these last 4 playoff spots. So only one of these 5 teams is not going to make it. Who do you have missing the cut?
I have the Dolphins because they play the Bills. And the Bills still have something to fight for.
Yep. I think so too, and I was gonna pick the Browns because they're playing the Steelers, but now this sounds like the Steelers are not gonna have all their starters out there. At least Big Ben is definitely not playing.
Gotcha.
So I think the Browns will win that game. So I have the Dolphins missing as well.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have one different pick.
We
Shocking.
have. Yeah.
So you have the Bears missing. I have the Cardinals missing.
All right. So that means we're only gonna take 1 shot at the most.
Uh,
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, because we could both be terrible at this and get 3 of these wrong.
He make sure you get some kind of good booze for some good hard liquor next week.
I got some Basil Hayden from Katie.
What is Basil Hayden?
It's bourbon.
Jesus.
Exactly what you want, right?
She got you a thing of bourbon for Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
What does she think she
Is
is?
she a gal?
She's definitely something.
She got Garrett some Tito's too.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
So yeah, there's not really. I mean, other than the Cardinals and Rams, there's not really.
No.
And then of course the Giants and Cowboys. There's not really great matchups this weekend, but
The Cowboys
should be an
The
interesting.
Cowboys make the play.
There's gonna be a lot of scoreboard watching. Let's put it that way.
Especially the Cowboys play at 10 on Sunday. 10 our time.
Oh, and then the Sunday night game is Washington
Eagles,
and Philly,
Washington.
right?
So, well, obviously, I guess no matter what, it's going to be a meaningful game for somebody who wins that game at 10 o'clock.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
But
then
if the Cowboys win, I'm going to be watching
yeah,
5:20 for
yeah.
the Sunday night game for
no
sure.
doubt,
No doubt.
I think even the Rams and Cardinals played at the same time as the Bears and
Yeah.
Packers, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be interesting. All right, Q&A time.
Q&A already.
Yeah, we kind of did it a little different. I asked for things to talk about.
Yeah.
So, Q&A / topics of combo.
Our quote-unquote fans are a big part of what we do.
Yeah.
So we want to hear what you want us to talk about.
Yeah. I think in 2021, we are going to make an effort to make you guys more a part of the show.
Have to.
But this is what we've got so far. But, yeah, let's get this going.
Cool.
So our first question is from Chabaway, one of our favorites, former guest of the show.
Avid listener, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Ironically, we had to call him just before we started recording to get some clarification on this question.
Because I fucked it up.
Yeah. However, Gage is still going to answer this the way he wanted to answer it from the beginning.
Yes.
Not that it really matters.
No.
And I honestly am just going to throw this off the top of my head.
Okay.
But the question is, who are your top 5 favorite running backs? Keyword favorite. So he doesn't want us to just say best.
And so I was under the impression he met running backs currently playing still.
Yeah.
And Emerson did all time.
Yeah.
And so we gave him a call and he said all time. So I feel like an idiot, but I'm still going to go with what I had written down. So at number 5 for me, I'm going to go a little surprised. I'm going James White.
James White is
I like
number
watching
5.
James
Okay.
White play. I know now the Patriots are shit,
Yeah.
so he's not as good. But man, he just seemed like he made every play when it really needed to happen for the Patriots when Tom Brady was there.
I love it.
Probably should have been the Super Bowl MVP when they beat the Falcons because I want to say he had the most receptions.
He had like 14 catches.
I think he has
in
a
that
Super
game.
Bowl record for most receptions in a game.
Something ridiculous.
And he's just one of those guys, and you'll notice by the rest of my list, a lot of these guys are pass catching backs.
Okay.
That's kind of the guys that can do both.
Yeah.
So James White's up there. Number 4 is Derrick Henry.
Nice.
He's not really a pass catching back, but
He's a badass though.
he could run through a tree.
He's been
the
awesome
tree-
to watch these last 2 years.
And the tree would go down.
Yeah.
Like Derrick Henry a lot. He's like 8 feet tall, solid as a rock.
But you look at him in the backfield, he doesn't look like he should be back there. He looks like a defensive
Yeah.
end.
I remember we were watching him at Alabama, and he was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
He was just
Awesome.
the biggest guy on the field
Yeah.
every time. He still is.
He's wild.
Number 3 is your boy Christian McCaffrey. He's just good.
Yeah.
Same thing, pass catching back. He's just
Yeah,
he's a beast.
he is the
Probably one of the better athletes in the
and
NFL.
for this era he's perfect for it.
Yeah.
His ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, he's shifty.
Number 2 was almost my number 1, Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
He's probably I think he's the best running back in the league, given both.
I kind of think so too.
Given the rushing and the pass catching.
Yeah.
I think
he's awesome.
I think he's overall the best running back.
Yeah, he's awesome. And who's
And,
number 1? Zeke?
I went with Zeke. I went with my heart again. I went with Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, I've been watching this guy since 2016. When he got drafted, I loved it. I love number 21. I always have.
21's a clean number.
I just thought it was the perfect combination. And also, I'm a month older than Ezekiel Elliott, which always blows my mind. The dude's just super young. Obviously, he's had a really bad year because the Cowboys have been shit. But I could not go Zeke. Garrett got me a pair of socks with Zeke on them. I just had to do it. It's my boy. 2 honorable mentions that you're going to like. I put Frank Gore.
Nice.
He's just an OG.
Yeah.
3rd all-time in rushing. I hope he doesn't pass Emmett. He has a little ways to go.
Yeah, he probably won't.
He probably won't. But the fact that he's 3rd all-time, I know T's going to love that. It's the main reason why I put it on there, because I know he loves Frank Gore.
Yeah.
And my second honorable mention is one of your boys, Ty Montgomery.
Ty Montgomery.
Only because he rocks number 88 as a running back.
You know, he's a receiver now. He went back to wide receiver.
Well, he was
with the Saints.
yeah,
He was a running back.
He was
for
a running
minute.
back.
He was. I'll give you that.
I guarantee if they needed someone to come out of the backfield, they put him in there.
True.
I'm only picking him because I love seeing that number 88 in the backfield.
It was pretty
because it's
funny.
just not meant to be that way.
Yeah. It's like when Devin Hester was a wide receiver, wearing number 23.
Yeah, or like how Dion running 21 as a receiver.
Yep.
So that's my list. I fucked it up, but I thought it was
Hey,
funny.
no, I think you did good. You done good. So I don't really have a list necessarily. I will say, I think number 1 for me though has to be Frank Gore.
Is it?
He played so many years for the Niners and it's been so long since he was a Niner too, which is kind of ironic. And he's still in the league. But yeah, I mean, my favorite years with the Niners were those Jim Harbaugh days, and he was the guy, and he was even the guy before that for a lot of years. So I think Frank Gore's number 1. I think I could have said Christian McCaffrey at number 1, but he's going to be number 2.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Of all time?
I think so.
Oh,
I mean, I've been watching football for about 15 to 20 years.
It's a little bit of that Stanford bias. A little
Yeah,
bit.
absolutely. No, absolutely. And
Wait,
getting to watch him in college,
Yeah.
having season tickets, his Heisman season or his Heisman campaign season, should have won the Heisman season.
He had no touchdowns, man.
He really didn't.
He had no touchdowns. If you'd have like probably 5 more touchdowns,
Yeah,
maybe
because I
8
think he
more
had like 13, which is not a huge number, especially in college. You expect the Heisman.
Was that Derrick Henry that won it that year?
It was, yeah. Fucking Alabama running backs always stealing Heismans from our Stanford running backs. Toby Gerhart, I think, has to be in the conversation. I don't know if he's really one of my 5 favorite.
Nice.
But I love Toby. When Toby was at Stanford, he would just run motherfuckers over. He was a fucking truck.
He's like a fullback.
He was.
He was huge.
He really was. LaDainian Tomlinson has to be up there.
If I were all time, I'd probably put LT up
Yeah,
there for sure.
LaDainian Tomlinson's awesome. I remember I liked Priest Holmes because he was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of who else stood out. Corey Dillon,
Mm-hmm.
before Patriots, Corey Dillon, Bengals Corey Dillon.
Okay.
Who was that fucking? Oh, Clinton Portis.
Clinton
Clinton
Portis.
Portis was good.
Clinton
I liked
Portis.
him. Yeah, like I said, I didn't really have like a list, but those are some of my favorite guys for sure.
Yeah, I mean, bias, I'd probably say Emmitt Smith might be my number 1.
Yeah.
But I mean, like players I probably actually saw or I'd seen in their prime. I mean, Marshall Faulk has to be up there.
Marshall Faulk was a good
Marshall
one.
Faulk is a
Sure.
great player.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yes, I wish he was still playing. 'Cause he probably would be my number 1.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch is great
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch is awesome.
on the field, off the field.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just keep thinking because I don't want to.
I do want to
Trying
throw more bias for me. I want to throw out Bryce Love for his one brilliant season at Stanford.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was incredible to watch. He was kind of like Chris McCaffrey's
Mm-hmm.
awesome season that he had.
Oh, so you're even counting college too? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
hey, running back's running back.
Both those guys played in the pros.
I like that.
What's our next?
Our
segment
next
here?
question is from Ashley. Not question.
It's more of a,
like
a suggestion.
A suggestion, which I think we're gonna do more of.
Yes, so this is a great suggestion.
From
As a
Ashley,
matter
not
of fact.
Ashley. She said, "Play Would You Rather, but sports edition."
Yeah,
So obviously, Would You Rather is Would you rather this or that?
yeah.
And so this, I had fun with this one. I got 4 questions. I don't know if you want to reel them off first.
No, you go first because I really don't have much.
Do you want me to do all 4 at once?
Do 2, I'll do mine,
Okay.
and you do your last.
All right. So would you rather have LeBron's hairline or AD's unibrow?
Fuck me. I'm taking LeBron's hairline. I don't give a shit. I don't even have I don't have good hair anyways. But that's a good one. Dude, I can't do that. That unibrow is fucking gross. I yell at him on the TV. Get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
What would you take?
I mean, I rocked a unibrow for a while, unfortunately. So I think I would probably go 80s unibrow.
You would.
My second one is, would you rather believe the Earth is flat or have passwords to KD's burner accounts?
Ooh. Passwords to Katie's burner.
Yeah,
that's
it's
easy.
an easy one. I try to make it like the Kyrie KD thing.
Yeah.
It's an easy one, but I thought it'd be funnier.
That was cute.
Thank you.
So I got one for you.
Okay.
I think it's kind of interesting. Would you take Michael Jordan on the Wizards? So think like 38, 39-year-old Michael Jordan, whatever he was.
Yeah.
Or rookie LeBron? He's got to be your best player on your team.
Oh man, that's a good question. Mine are all bullshit. That's a good question. Oh man, I don't really think you can go wrong with either one.
Yeah, I mean, they both had,
Oh wow. I'm gonna take Michael Jordan.
I would lean that way too because
It's more experience,
yeah, and I'm
better shooter.
I'm pretty sure the Cavs sucked in LeBron's first year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but I don't think the Wizards were great either. But I guess Michael was probably still an all-star. But yeah, I thought that was.
That's
I
a
was
very
like, I
good
thought
one.
of that. I was
That's
like,
a very good
wow.
one.
And I think Michael's last year was the year before LeBron's
I believe
first
so.
year. Is that right?
Yeah.
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 All right. Let's hear your last couple.
All right. Would you rather be Dwayne Haskins or James Harden in a strip club?
I mean, James, because he's still got a job. That's pretty good, though.
And my last one is, would you rather want Draymond to shoot a three or Kelly Oubre?
Fuck. Well, I guess Oubre's got a slightly better track record of shooting threes outside of 2020. But yeah, Kelly's been struggling. He finally made his first one today.
So who you picking though? Kelly?
I'm taking Kelly. That was pretty good though.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. We should do this on a somewhat regular occasion.
Yeah, I'll probably always go for the comedy on these ones.
Yeah,
That's just what I do.
I might try and get a little interesting on some of those too.
Yeah. That's the only one you had?
That's the only one I could really think
All
of.
right, you don't have to force it.
It's always good to force it.
No need to force it.
All right, let's move on. Casey, California says Dubs win. And they did finally win.
And I say, who cares? No, I'm just kidding. Well, kind of.
I mean, say it as much as you want, Casey, because we're not going to say it a lot this year. Let's put it that way. Well, the Warriors did win again today, so
They did.
Dubs win times 2.
They did win today.
But her other real question is, or topic, she said, would love to hear your thoughts on Wiseman.
So tell her.
Talking about James Wiseman.
You've watched more of him than I have.
Let me take a drink first.
But he looks good. He looks like he's the maybe the
He
not
looks
the real
good.
deal.
No, I mean, my thoughts on James Wiseman. He is what I kind of thought he would be, but his jump shot is much better than I thought it would be. That's the one thing that's standing out so far. Also, he needs to learn to move his feet a little better on defense, but other than that, he's been blocking shots, contesting well. He's scoring a lot more than I figured he would, but the Warriors haven't had consistent scorers so far this year, so he's kind of needed to.
Not bad for a guy who played 3 college games.
Honestly, yeah, he's played more NBA games than college games as of today.
Who needs college?
And he looked good again today. He did foul out. He had a couple sloppy fouls today, but yeah, he looks good. I'm excited for his future because he's only going to get better.
He looks good. Our next question is from Katie Face, or not question, but she said, "How about love, love, love?" Quoted by Bonnie Raitt. And I had to explain to Emerson what this meant because yesterday on Instagram he said, "Give us something to talk about." And for those who might be familiar, Bonnie Raitt has a song called "Something to Talk About," and in that song, there's a lyrics that say, "Let's give them something to talk about. How about love, 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 love?" ? And I love this because I'm a music nerd, and Bonnie Raitt is a blues singer / folk / country who had commercial success in the late 1980s, and this is one of her biggest songs. Let's something to talk about. Come out in '91.
Okay.
Great year for music, by the way, if you don't know. And
I don't know.
Well,
Tell me.
You do know. You know secretly. I'm not going to go off on what came out in '91. I could, but I'm not going to do that.
This is a sports podcast, right?
Yeah. Well, we could.
We can always tangent.
So yeah, thanks Katie for that one. I appreciate it. Emerson had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, I had to look it up and I still didn't find anything.
Yeah, that's what separates the men from the boys.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm definitely not a man.
Bully. Yeah. Do you want to talk about love? No. Next.
Love isn't real, dude.
Love isn't real. All right. Next topic is from Jim Bim, the Bim Jim. Before we even say what his topic is.
Do you guys want to take a guess?
Well, this is the second time he's brought this up, for one. Also, 2, James, change your fucking Instagram handle. That thing is trash.
Just go James McLaughlin. I'm sure there's probably multiple, but
James McLaughlin? Yeah, maybe. If there's another McLaughlin with it.
you could probably put fuckface and it'd probably work.
Yeah, that would be more accurate. So his topic is Ole Miss. And you have to say what?
Next question is from ARB16. He says, what is more essential for ISR quarantine? A ring light, a fleshlight, or a top 3 tight end in fantasy? I'll let you start this one off. I know what my answer is going to be, and it's going to be funny.
All right, I got to give you something. This is a good question.
Well, actually, no, sorry. I want to know, what were you under when you asked us this question? Because I know you definitely weren't sober when you asked us this question.
Probably not.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
You were either a couple Jack and Cokes deep or a couple gummies deep, which I respect.
Hey, Team Gummy right here.
Team Liquor over here. But just let me know.
So I say, I gotta address all these parts of this question. Ring light, you're not the first person to tell me that ring light would be a good idea.
Oh, for us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's
what he was getting at, huh?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yep, absolutely. Because he texted me about it before.
Oh, okay.
But I did look at them. They're not as expensive as I thought they would be. So we're going to get one for 2021.
Cool.
Flashlight, very funny. Top 3 tight end, also very funny. I would say, since we haven't had a ring light in quarantine, it's got to be eliminated. Flashlight, never use one. Top 3 tight end wins.
Okay. I was under the impression he meant a ring light because I know he uses one for his Zoom meetings. So I thought he was kind of talking about himself.
Well, he said ISR quarantine.
Oh.
So that I assume that's us.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. This answer is easy for me. It's a fleshlight. For those who, for some reason, don't know what that is, please look it up. It's been a lonely 2020.
Dude, now my mom's gonna look it up.
I hope she does.
Oh my god.
It's been a lonely 2020 for your boy over here, and I could have used one of those bad boys. But hey, we're looking on to brighter passages, and 2021 is gonna be my year.
Hey, I mean, I'll say this: George Kittle had a good week for you in his only week that he played in the last 10.
Yeah.
So good for you, even though you lost. But congratulations on the silver medal.
Which,
we all love those.
he got some cash from that, right?
He did $100.
Cool.
And he questioned it.
Did he? Yeah. Of course he did. Oh, classic Arb. Do you think he even listens to our podcast?
I think he does.
Do you
Maybe.
think he does religiously?
Probably not religiously, but I think he does.
I bet. Hopefully, when he asks his questions, he listens to hear the questions.
I would hope so too.
Cool.
That's probably the minimum amount of podcasts he listens to.
Yeah.
All right, next question from my mother, Margan. No question, but you still asked a question. But why are you so cute? With 4 question marks.
Well, Morgan, I really appreciate it. I know you were talking about me, but your son's right next to me, and I think it's really rude that you weren't referring to him. No, it's a joke. She was definitely talking about you because you are way prettier than I am. How do you do it?
I think she asked it because you said how ugly you were on our post.
I forgot about that. I definitely did that when I was drunk.
Heavily buzzed. Thanks for the compliment, mother. Next question.
I don't believe you, but thank you. Our next question is from... This is one of the harder questions we've ever had.
I couldn't answer it in my mind.
Yeah.
But
and Rebs asked us, which of you have had more beers in your life?
You know what?
I bet you it's pretty close.
I mean, it's obviously not the same number.
No.
But it's damn close.
Because you're more of a cocktail guy.
I was gonna give it to you because I probably drink more cocktails versus beers than you.
Yeah.
On average.
Yeah. I mean, I'm currently drinking a beer,
Yeah,
but I mean, in high school we hit the same amount.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I might have started a little earlier than you, but only by like a year.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 months. You know what I mean?
You mean by high school? You mean after we turned 21, right? Wink, wink.
Yeah. Shout out to Courtney. Yeah.
Can you pass me a Miller? By the way, speaking of beers,
I can. You gonna get that one to me?
I'm just because of that fact. But I mean, honestly, it's probably
close.
It's very
It's probably a wash.
Yeah.
My question for you, Emerson, is: would you want to know how many beers you've had in your life?
No, hell no.
I wouldn't either.
It's probably. I mean, it's obviously. I think it's in the 4 digits.
Yeah.
I would guess.
Because I remember Garrett and I had this conversation. Probably 6 months ago.
Was the number 1,500?
Yeah, if you had over maybe 1,500 to 2,000 beers. I think I asked Garrett, hey, you think you've had 2,000 beers in the last, I might say either 10 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't think it wasn't the last year. I'd have to ask him.
Honestly, that number sounds outrageous off the, when you first hear it, but at the same time, it's maybe,
Yeah, how about 2,000 beers in the last 10 years we've probably done, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I think 1,000 is probably
that's fair.
definite.
So I think on a good night, when you get really fucked up, you probably drink what?
But that's the other thing is like, do you just get? We have never just gotten fucked up from beer, except for maybe in
high school.
the high school days.
Yeah.
I think nowadays it's probably more either shots or cocktails or whatever,
Or
with a combination of beers.
pretty much all the above.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
I think that's hard to say.
So Emerson didn't give me that one. I don't know how I feel about that. But I know Emerson's had a lot of cocktails.
We-
Being the bartender that he is.
We've done some damage.
Yeah, my liver's gonna hate me soon.
Yeah, and we're not bragging.
And our last, well, not question, but topic is from Datway AJ. Shout out. He just says Dwayne Haskins, so I'm assuming he wants us to talk about Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were gonna mention this until he brought this up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Dwayne Haskins, number one, he's a fool. Number two, I'm not sure he's ever gonna play in the NFL again.
I hope he does, because it's not like he's like Ray Rice. Even Kareem Hunt is back in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. For Dwayne Haskins was a bad judgment. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No question.
I honestly don't even know the whole story, to be completely honest.
It's just, I mean, he got released,
Yeah.
and that sucks for him.
Yeah.
And I hope he can come back on another team or at least make another roster.
Yeah.
I don't really expect him to be another starter. I hope he can bounce back. But
I'm not. I don't want to be insensitive, but I kind of don't care if he does ever again. But I feel like it's very possible.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have the talent either.
He hasn't shown that he.
Or to show him the talent.
Yeah, he hasn't shown that. I mean, cool. Maybe he did well on in his pro day or whatever, but it's like
It's pro day.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see what his career or where his career goes.
I also think it says a lot about the Washington organization, or at least Ron Rivera,
Yeah, he does not fuck around.
that they are in a playoff opportunity Sunday night, and they got rid of him.
Yeah, he's. I mean,
And they're essentially playing with their third stringer.
yeah, unless Alex Smith comes back, he would have been their best option.
Yes.
For the most part, although
Yeah.
he played pretty terrible against a bad Panthers team. But
So I like how it's if you do something wrong, you get punished for it.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter if you're us or if you're a professional football player.
Yeah.
You get punished.
Yeah.
You do.
Before we move on, I almost forgot. My cousin Taylor was a little late on this question,
Fine.
but he threw it in our direct messages
Okay.
last week because I think he wanted to hear it last week. Anyways, he asked if we think Barry Bonds will get in the Hall of Fame. Quick answer:
No.
me neither. But thank you, Taylor, for the question.
Appreciate it.
I honestly, I don't even care. I think the people that don't like the steroid users, they should just get to have that all those guys don't get in. Even though I'm pretty sure there's guys in there already that did take steroids that
Bagwell, Piazza.
I'm gonna throw all of them out right now. Jeff Bagwell, Mike Piazza, Frank Thomas, Randy Johnson, and I feel like there's Ivan Rodriguez. That's all of them right there.
You think Randy Johnson did PEDs?
He said, I'm pretty sure he said after he found out that he was in the Hall of Fame that he might have took some stuff. That was quote out of his mouth. I may have taken some things.
That's a
Red light.
a ballsy thing to say
Right.
when you're already in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would not have thought so because he was kind of slender.
Oh, okay.
Not that steroids
Yeah.
necessarily make you jacked, but
I mean, Clemens got pretty big though.
yeah. Clemens, yeah, for sure. All right.
So, yeah, we're gonna do our little year in review.
It's the final last call of 2020.
Final last call of 2020.
We made
it.
29 episodes
Can you
in 1
believe
year.
it's the end of the year? And we
Yeah.
started doing this in
June 24th. I had
June.
to look it up today.
June
24th.
24th.
June 24th was the first recording. June 26th was the publishing of the first episode.
Yeah,
And June 27th, we went live on social media.
and I'm pretty sure that first one's our longest episode,
By far.
hour and a half.
It was like yeah, something like that. I want to say 124, but it might be 134. Or hour 34.
I think what I remember most from that episode is being nervous. really nervous, just because we've never done this before. Or-
I have, yeah.
we always had the idea
Yeah.
of doing this.
What I love about that episode, though, is, well, yeah, like you said, we kind of pushed ourselves into it. But what I love most about it is that I had no idea it was going to be published when we started it.
Mhm.
I just was like, all right, we're just going to put the phone in the middle of us and we're
Yeah.
going to talk.
Which is what we still do now.
Which is still what we do
Is
now.
what, is what makes this work right now.
Yeah. But it was just one of those things where I was like, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
And became the first episode, and here we are now. It has like almost 100 listens too, which is kind of sad because it's
that's
not
probably one of our
for,
worst
for
episodes.
first time listeners. It's not the one that you should listen to.
No.
Another thing I remember from that episode is talking about Kobe.
I was going to mention
Because
that.
we had so much, we kind of just took 2020 as a whole and
Up-
put it in that
up to
episode.
that point. Yeah.
and put it in that episode.
I remember you brought up that book.
Yep.
The book, and I looked through the
Yep.
pictures, which it's a great book.
Yeah.
I remember we did it in your foyer, as
Yeah.
you call it,
Yeah, we have a new location obviously now, but
which I'm
that
sure
was the original.
which I'm sure if we were to listen to it, it'd be a lot of echoing because
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah. We only did maybe 3 in there.
Yeah.
Then we tried the garage.
The garage.
The garage was kind of similar.
Yep.
A little less, but still not ideal. But yeah, now we've been doing it in bedrooms
Ever since.
for the last 4 months probably.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think we've done this for 6 months.
I know.
It doesn't feel like it at all.
Well, when you said June, I thought we did it like in February, but I mean, yeah, we did it in June for
Yeah.
sure. It just seems like we've been. It kind of seems like we've been doing it longer, but also it seems like we've been doing it
Yeah.
for sure.
Like
If that
it
makes
just
doesn't
started.
make any sense. But
Yeah. We've certainly come a long way. We have a long way to go before we get this anywhere where we want it to be.
Absolutely. You guys, you gotta start somewhere.
But gotta start somewhere.
I think what I think about a lot too is it seems like now that we have so it'll be our 30th one next week.
Yeah.
Is that we have pretty much 2 different types of podcasts at this point. The early ones with Ashley,
Yep.
and then the ones without Ashley.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Ashley, miss you. Like
We
you,
do miss Ashley.
We miss you.
She was awesome.
I like to think that we've done a good job without her because she really held it down.
It was certainly a different. It was different the way we, broadcasted it. I guess in a way.
Yeah.
With her being kind of the mediator.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's certainly been different. But yeah, we missed her for sure.
Absolutely. Do you have anything? You have like a best part of the podcast that you can really remember off the top of your head?
Well, just like some great memories are obviously 2 weeks ago when we got obliterated.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know if you've seen that episode on YouTube, but you should go watch the last. I don't even know why I'm advertising this, but go watch the last like 10 minutes, and you will see me as about as tanked as I've ever been.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to think. I had something in my mind earlier, but yeah, I know it's been a good time. I want to throw out the fact that my cousin Kyle had a great suggestion
Mhm.
for bold predictions,
Bold
which
predictions.
has taken off. It's
yeah.
been part of every episode for the most part since that happened. Also to Nick for Q&A,
Q&A is a big part of the show.
which has become
Appreciate
awesome.
it.
Yep.
And like I said with Ashley, I think Would You Rather might be a big part of the show.
Yeah.
Or it could be.
Yeah.
I think
it's gonna be 21.
I think moments for me, the weenie eating contest was a good one.
Yeah. Can't forget that.
The tequila shot with the heart or the raw egg,
Nice.
and then the death chip.
I was
That's
just
probably.
gonna say that.
I mean, if there was a worst part of this, which there's really no bad parts, that was it because of how terrible it was.
That's one of our most shining moments.
It is.
Since this has started.
That's probably that one hurt the most.
Yeah.
That hurt days after.
Yeah. That one hurt that night and a couple days after too.
But what scares me is from here on out, it might be worse than that. You never know.
We do need to kick it up a notch maybe.
Yeah.
Get the fans more involved.
It's like eventually we're gonna get off sports and just be like Jackass.
You're
And just do
right.
stupid ass shit everybody wants us to do.
Put hot sauce on our eyes and shit.
Tequila shots in the eye.
Yeah. Man. But yeah, I
It's
mean
been man,
also making you drink like 4 straight shots of Jaeger playing Wii golf.
Oh, I forgot about that one. That was terrible.
Gingerbread gingerbread
fun.
house contest was fun.
was fun.
We got pretty housed.
That was fun.
What else? I'm trying to think. Any like low points?
I had one that was like when we were in your old room. We were talking about the NCAA, and it was for like a half an hour.
Oh, yeah, I had to cut like 30 minutes from that episode.
And I think we also talked about Barry Bonds in that episode too,
yeah.
which
I don't know if that made the cut.
they didn't hear any of that, which is probably for the better. We did one in Tahoe. That was cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Shout out to Danny. Appreciate it.
That was cool.
Danny was on one.
Well,
I mean,
he was on.
I mean, he was on an episode, but he was also on one on the show.
In that episode.
Yeah.
He was on one.
So that was a good time.
Oh,
We did one on site.
Yes, on site.
Shout out to Kanye.
What else? I feel like
I don't miss him more.
yeah. I mean, I want to say we missed the peanut gallery a little bit. G Baby hasn't been around in a
Yeah,
while.
he hasn't been here in a while. I actually thought about that when we.
Yeah, I feel like he should have been here for this one, but I know he's getting his slumber.
I was gonna say before this episode started that we should get him in here, but then when I saw that he was
Yeah.
snoozing, I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, 2021 though, he'll be
back in
back and better
hopefully.
because he was a big part of the show
He was, yeah.
for sure.
I wish I had thought about my favorite things.
Also, I want to give a shout out to people who have given us ideas.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, like,
just in general, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
You
I know Devin has reached out.
Yeah,
She's been on the
I mean,
show.
Finch,
of course.
Finch too. I mean, Finch is a big part of the show for a little
Yeah,
bit.
I gotta give a shout out to Matt.
We all, for anybody really,
Yeah.
give us
My parents.
Give us yeah.
Yeah.
The avid listeners,
Yeah.
the 10 people a week, which is amazing to me. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a lot, but I appreciate it.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's shout out all of our guests too. So Matt Finch, 4-time guest.
Yeah.
His lovely girlfriend Devin. Scott Erickson.
Scott Erickson. That was Oki Jr.
Oki
Matt
Jr.
Sivimu.
Oki Jr. Who else has been on here? Sal.
Sal.
Can't forget Sal.
Who wants to be on here again?
Yep. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I mean, Ashley was our first guest. Zoe.
Zoe.
Zoe was on?
Zoe.
Shit. Who else?
Is that it? Stone. Stone.
So yeah, he was
Well,
not an official guest. He was part of Peanut Gallery.
Peanut Gallery.
Yeah.
I mean, Brady's part of the
Danny,
Peanut
of
Gallery.
course, like we just
Danny.
said.
Is that it?
I know Brett's been in the Peanut Gallery before.
Yeah.
I would hate to forget somebody now that I brought this up, but I feel like we are.
Uh,
If we are, call me out.
We're fucking assholes if
Yeah.
we're forgetting about you.
Yeah,
That might be.
I feel like that's it.
I think it might be too.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been a fun ride. We've 29 episodes in. It's crazy. I think when I said that we made it a half year that one time, we hadn't actually made it a half year. We were like a week short because we doubled up 1 week.
Okay.
Anyways, we did pretty good. I think in honor of
I was gonna say I saw you twisting out that tequila bottle. Honorary shot.
for the last episode. Since I don't think we have any bold predictions we want to throw out right now,
No.
unless you got some up your sleeve.
Let me check. No, I'm good.
They're empty.
But yeah,
We could not take a shot.
you have to.
Yeah,
Have to.
for this episode. It's been fun.
It's been a good time.
I
There's been times where I'm like, man,
you don't know how much longer it's gonna go on.
well, not even that. It's just like sometimes you lose interest. At least I do, because that's just how I am, unfortunately. But I mean, it's nothing to do with you. It's just how I get.
Yeah, I think mentally I put it in my brain like, okay, every
Yeah.
Tuesday or whatever day we've done it on. I mean, it's mostly been Tuesdays, but that it's just part of my schedule.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've just been like leading up to it and like, ugh,
Yeah.
But I think maybe a resolution is to be more committed.
Yeah.
Personally, because
And-
I love doing this.
It's fun.
Obviously, it's not a job. This is
We would like it to be
strictly
our
a
job.
hobby.
Yeah.
This is strictly a hobby.
But
But I think
at least we're putting in the effort, though.
yeah,
I don't see anybody else would be no doing podcast.
right.
I have no way it is.
Yeah,
I also want to give one last shout out to the man to the right of me because he is the glue that keeps us together. He is the producer. He's the guy who comes up with everything. And
I don't come up with everything.
well, I mean, you put everything together. You do. You're the producer of the show.
Hey, I like doing it, so it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
I just want to say I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
I think it's.
And this show wouldn't be the same without you either.
I don't think. Yeah. Either or, we would be able to do it.
I'd be talking to myself. What would be fun of that?
You'd be like Colin Coward. You know,
Yeah, without the hot chick across from me.
you could find some. You could find someone. So, yeah,
Anyways,
I appreciate you
yeah.
for doing all this, everything you do every week.
Likewise, brother.
Appreciate it.
Cheers to 2020.
Cheers 2020.
Send it.
Whew. Jesus Christ.
What up, tequila?
Shout out to tequila for being the most shot liquor on the show.
Probably.
Yeah, by far.
Probably. Man.
Since it is our last call of 2020, do you have anything you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to John Morant because he rolled his shit pretty bad.
Did you hear?
It was good, or it wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't compound.
Yes. 3 to 5 weeks. Thank fucking God. I love John Morant.
Yeah, I'll give you credit for that because you were the one who said I'd rather have John Morant than Zion, which a lot of people weren't saying. And I'm not saying he's that much better, but he's better for today's NBA than Zion.
Well, that's when I thought about it, I was like, it's a guards league, especially point guards. Point guards are so valuable nowadays.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. I didn't think he would be perfect, and he's still far from perfect. But I just the Zion, because obviously Zion was the comparison just for number 1 pick or whatever. I didn't see his game really translating. I mean, I think he's so exciting, and I'd hope that he does well.
Yeah.
But I didn't see how his game would necessarily translate to the NBA. But that's why I thought that.
I just
And
saw,
Josh has been awesome so far.
as a guy who, quote unquote, played basketball growing up, rolling ankles in basketball, it's the worst. And the way he reacted to it, he literally limped off the court one leg, like jumping, limping.
Yeah.
And he laid on the floor. He had to get off. He had to go in the locker room in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was pretty rough. And I just want to quick recovery. I think you're a great player. You're explosive. And I just wish nothing but the best in recovery for you. Hopefully it's a couple weeks, maybe a month or a couple months. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you have anything?
I just wanted to make note of Alvin Kamara scoring 6 touchdowns on Saturday.
Yeah. Amazing. Tied the record.
Yeah, most since like 1965 or something.
Like
It's been a long time.
Like black and white days, I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most rushing touchdowns, because that guy that scored 6 had a receiving touchdown. Most rushing touchdowns since like 1930.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
He goes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard people were making a big deal because Taysom Hill scored another rushing touchdown.
Yes.
And people were like, "Oh, it should have been Kamara.
Yeah.
Give him 7."
Give him 7. Yeah.
Which, like 6 touchdowns rushing touchdowns. That's a Madden.
Fucking
That's a
cry.
Madden. That's a Madden stat right
cry
there.
about it. It really is.
It's a Madden stat.
You don't even 6 touchdown passes is ridiculous, but 6 rushing touchdowns, that's wow. One other thing is baseball related, so we don't talk about baseball right now. But the Padres are not fucking around this offseason.
No.
They've now traded for 2 star starting pitchers, Blake Snell, Yu Darvish. We knew Blake Snell
Wasn't happy.
was not happy. I kind of wonder if he asked for this trade.
I was gonna ask you. Do you think it was after that he asked for that? After
Well,
he got pulled?
I don't know if it was
maybe not right after, but
Yeah, I mean,
a couple,
obviously,
like a
yeah.
month or a couple months.
I
after.
think after the season ended the way it did, he definitely thought about it.
Yeah.
Like, do I even want to be in this fucking organization anymore?
Yeah.
So, big moves for the Padres. They also signed Korean baseball standout. I've never said this name before. I've never heard it said before, but I'm going to say it.
Try your best.
His name is Hae-Seong Kim.
Better than I could have done.
He's an infielder, 25 years old. He last couple years in the KBO, he has lit it up.
Nice.
And he is likely to play second base because the rest of their infield spots are taken. But yeah, be interesting to see how that goes. And Padres they're trying to compete with the Dodgers.
Hey, anybody can beat the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Potentially,
I'm for
I'm
it.
cool with.
I will say, like, as a Giants fan, I'm like, fuck, this is just gonna make it even that much more difficult to rebuild. But hey, go for it, Padres. Go for it.
Go for it.
have anything else you want to throw out? We didn't talk about. I think we need to. We didn't talk about our best and worst bowl predictions.
Ooh.
Because I know that's one thing you wanted to mention.
I did. Totally forgot about it. I've been drinking a little bit. I kind of forgot. Okay.
I know one of mine that I love.
Denver Broncos? You said the Broncos win 11 games this year?
Fuck you! They're gonna lose 11 games.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying one that I like.
Oh.
Love, not even just like. I love it.
Kershaw won't make it past the third inning.
Yeah, that one failed. Did I pay for that one yet? I think I did.
I think you might have.
Yeah.
You said Vikings make playoffs.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
You said Rams win Super Bowl. Or you were too drunk for that one. Which one do you think?
That I love.
Yeah. Oh, one you love. Okay.
The Miami Heat going to the finals.
Oh, okay. So that was.
That's. I don't want to be cocky, but I think that might be the best bold prediction of all time.
So far on the show, yes, I agree. I'll tell you my worst, not bold prediction, but prediction of the Lakers wouldn't win the championship last year.
Yeah, you failed on that one.
But I did say the Dodgers would win, which
Yeah.
I'm not happy about, but I was right.
But that's not bold, because the Dodgers were a powerhouse.
So bold
Did
prediction.
we call that a bold prediction?
No, I guess not. I guess
It was
I'm
just a
all-
prediction.
I guess I'm all fucked up, yeah. I don't remember my best bold prediction. I don't really make that many on this show because I don't like to take that many shots. It's not what people like to hear. I'm sorry. It's just how it is.
Just fucking ISR.
Hey, maybe 2021 will be a different year for me. Who
Yeah,
knows?
shot gauge.
I'll tell you Ashley's worst one. The Yankees were going to hit 150 homers last season. We remember on this show.
Yeah, I remember it too, and I was like, Ashley, do you want to change that number? I mean, I'll give you like 30.
Garrett's worst one was the Rams will win 5 games or less this season.
Yikes.
Ooh, you're going to have to pay for that. That's why he's been avoiding the show so much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Although the Rams still have not made the playoffs yet.
But they won.
I know.
Okay,
but realistically,
Finch said the Chargers would go 10-6. That's pretty bad.
rough.
Pretty
He
bad.
does have the Cardinals making the playoffs, right?
He does. Yes.
So that's very possible.
Yeah. Brett for sure has a bad one.
Ooh.
A's win 50 games.
Has he paid for that yet?
No, that's why
Okay.
that's why he's never on the show.
Okay. Is that why he left today?
Probably. Zoe said the Browns will go to the Super Bowl this season, which is actually it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not going to happen, but it's.
No.
I mean, it could have been worse.
And then Stone said the same thing you did. Giannis will lead Bucks the next 5 years, which is
Yeah,
TV.
we have a lot of long term
Yeah,
ones too. For sure.
TBE.
What was the one you said about Patrick Mahomes?
I said he'll be on another team
Another
before his
team.
career ends.
Yeah, that's right.
Which, if this podcast is still around, when that happens, that'd be great for us. That means we're making cash.
Yeah, and we're popping champagne and spraying all over the fucking place during that episode.
Yeah.
At least you are.
Oh, yeah. My worst one's probably the Warriors will make the Western Conference Finals in 2021.
Yeah, I mean, you did make that before Clay's injury.
I did.
So
I did.
rough stuff.
Hey, my best one's probably Alden Smith will make it through the whole season without getting suspended.
You're gonna win that. I
Okay.
forgot about that.
I would hope I'm going to win that. Unless something
I
happens.
don't know how we thought that was bold, but hey, kudos.
Don't give me the kudos. It's kudos.
Kudos. But yeah, I will say I'm mucho happy about my Heat prediction.
The Heat one's the best one on this podcast by far.
I think so.
Not even close. Because when you first said it, I was like, dude, you are out of your mind.
Because they hadn't even played Game 1 against the Bucks yet.
No.
I think they swept Indiana.
Yeah.
And I saw Duncan Robinson and was like, finals.
These white men are dangerous.
They're dangerous. Really
But
dangerous.
that's by far the best one.
I still go to sleep well at night because of that.
Oh God, here we go. Jesus Christ Almighty! What are we doing here, folks? What are we doing here?
I think we need to take one more shot.
I gotta take a piss. So let's get this over with. Jeez, I didn't think I was gonna drink something too much today.
Well, too late. We're 2 margaritas and 2 shots deep.
I had a beer, tequila, whiskey, more beer. I feel like we're missing one more guest.
I mean,
No. Or maybe we're not. there's more people that we need to get on.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Because we never got Gino on.
Have not gotten Gino on.
Love you, Gino.
Gino, thank you.
We
Haven't got any girl. Well, we got Devin, but no other girls really.
need to have.
Well, Zoe. Sorry.
Yeah, we need. is she?
Oh man.
Is she a she? I'm like kidding. Love you, Zoe. Not fucking with you, kind of, but.
I wanted to get Nico on, but I know things are weird with his situation here,
Yeah,
so I get it.
We're not gonna. Yeah.
No. We still gotta get Arb.
Arb for sure. Arb, Nico. And
Nick.
then the big Nick.
Nick would be nice.
And then the girl power episode.
Yeah, still gotta do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Where they take over, but we're like the peanut gallery.
Yeah. We're
Which I really think we should do.
where we just question the fuck out of them.
Or we can even get Katie and Courtney to do that too. I know, right?
Kidding. Love you too. Let's take this shot and
Yeah.
maybe call it a night.
Call it a night, think so? Oh, it doesn't get easier.
It's been one of the more heartfelt episodes.
It's end of the year, man.
End of the year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hope you don't do something stupid
You will. but-
outside the house. Do stupid things inside the house.
Yes. Yeah.
Obviously, here in California, you can't do anything stupid outside the house, really, unless you're lighting off fireworks and burning up a house. But
Just hope you have a safe New Year's Eve.
safe, happy, fun. You have any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, but it's kind of deep. I don't know if I want to say it.
Less deep. No?
I just want to be happier, man.
Yeah.
I do.
Likewise. And drink more, right?
I guess I don't think I have a choice in that matter, but
We will be drinking every week for the rest of our lives if this podcast has anything to do with it.
hey, this shit can make me rich. I don't give a fuck.
Think about if we got to a point where we were 5 days a week.
Well, we couldn't drink 5 days a week. We'd have like a beer, maybe.
I mean, why couldn't we drink 5 days a week?
Well, we could, but we would live very long. We'd be like 45.
Hey, they say that one glass of wine.
Yeah, I'm talking.
A day.
Yeah, okay, I could do one beer a day, maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, if we had like a sponsor by like Miller Lite or Bud Light, please.
Please.
Bud Light. Maybe Tito's. I could do maybe like a vodka soda every
Yeah,
day.
or a
It'd be
Bloody Mary.
sweet.
Dude, a Bloody Mary every day, you would live for fucking
Ugh.
200 years. Do you want to start that now?
Bloody Mary every day?
Mm-hmm.
No. You wouldn't actually do that, would you?
Why not?
Why would you?
Why not?
It'd be ridiculous.
Tomato juice is good for the heart.
Yeah, what about the vodka that's not good for your heart or your liver?
Just two ounces of vodka every day? You're fine.
I guess people smoke cigarettes every day.
True,
My-
which is probably worse. Well,
Yeah, it is. Well,
think about the liver and
The lungs, though. You
The
gotta
lungs,
breathe. You gotta
yes,
breathe.
true. This is on air.
that's fine. I think it's what people want to hear most of.
Candid conversation.
Relatable shit.
Relatable shit.
Like, my dad's probably been smoking cigarettes every day besides, like, his prison terms.
Does he still?
Oh, yeah. He's afraid to quit.
Cold
turkey.
He's probably not the only one.
No. Because he knew a guy back in the day who smoked for years. And my dad's been smoking since he was 14. And he knew a guy who smoked for a really long time as well. And quit cold turkey, died 6 months later.
Wow.
But,
And
but
what
my
was the
dad's
cause?
also more sober than he used to be.
Yeah.
So I think he kind of needs that. He needs like that.
Something to keep him feeling like
Yeah,
he's still
yeah, exactly.
in the zone.
Yeah, like I can't imagine what he goes through when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Hey, Moj, whatever you need to do
We're here for
to
you.
stay alive, you do it.
Yeah. Whatever you feels right. Hey, McRibs and cigarettes.
McRibs and cigarettes. McRibs and cigs. Let's fucking go.
McRibs and cigs. I like that. That's the fucking motto.
That
of 2020.
is. That's not even half the motto. But I think we should take one last cheers
Yes.
before 2021 comes around.
Thank you.
Cheers to a great year.
Great.
And
Well, great.
Hey.
Well, a great podcast.
a great year for ISR.
Yeah.
It was obviously a rough year for America.
For everybody else.
and the world for that matter.
Yep.
But cheers to an awesome 2021.
Yes.
That's what we're looking forward to. We're gonna make it happen. Hopefully you're here listening with us.
Appreciate
Cheers.
it.